13 foods you should never reheat the next day. 1. Rice. Rice contains a bacterium called Bacillus cereus. It can survive the cooking process. It begins to grow if rice is left at room temperature. It could lead to food poisoning. It causes vomiting and diarrhea. Rice should be refrigerated within 2 hours after cooking. Refrigeration slightly extends the shelf life. Reheating is allowed as the rice has cooled down, but it's only possible on cooking day. Never do it the next day. 2. Baby food. Baby food should be heated only once. This also applies to breast milk and formula. Bacteria from the child's mouth end up in the food. Reheating cannot destroy them. This requires a very high temperature, but it would destroy the nutrients. 3. Chicken. Reheating chicken is fine, but it has to reach the right temperature. It needs to kill bacteria present. Failure to do so risks foodborne illnesses. 4. Eggs. Eggs shouldn't be reheated. They are protein-rich. They should only be consumed cold. Reheating leads to protein oxidation. It could lead to cancer. 5. Mushrooms. Reheating mushrooms makes them soggy. It can also destroy proteins and nutrients. Reheated mushrooms can make you unwell. Proteins are oxidized by reheating. They can become carcinogenic. 6. Oil. Reheating certain oils can produce acrylamide. Acrylamide is a natural byproduct of heating. Lab tests link it to cancer. 7. Potatoes. Potatoes are rich in vitamins and minerals, but after reheating, it becomes harder to digest them. 8. Seafood. Seafood safety depends on the storage method. Fresh, immediately frozen seafood is generally safe. Reheated seafood can be safe, but it must be eaten within 24 hours of cooking. It should be stored in the refrigerator. Otherwise, fish can produce histamine. It can lead to nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, etc. Room temperature exposure can breed bacteria. Reheating may not eliminate the risk. The bacteria grow in temperatures up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. 9. Spinach. Spinach is rich in nitrates. Nitrosamines can form when it's reheated. They are carcinogenic compounds. This also applies to celery, carrots, and beets. 10. French fries. Reheating fries can ruin their texture. Restaurants cook fries twice before serving them. First, they blanch them, and then they fry them. Reheating fries means heating them a third time. It can make them greasy. 11. Steak. Steak doesn't hold up to reheating. Refrigeration causes muscle fiber to seize up. Reheated steak often turns dry. Best to consume steak fresh from the grill. 12. Squash. Squash can be a wonderful addition to a meal, but it's not recommended to use leftovers. Squash has a high water content. That's why it gets watery and soggy. 13. Tea. Tea contains antioxidants and polyphenols. They contribute to its flavor and health benefits. They degrade upon reheating. Tea loses its flavor and benefits. Tea also contains caffeine. It becomes more concentrated after reheating. Reheating can also contribute to acidity. Tannic acid is released. Brewing fresh tea each time is better.